Mimi nasema decriminalize all drugs.
Actually,
all of them.
But that's another business industry also where they're making mad colors, so they can't decriminalize.
Hey, I was watching another documentary. Okay, as those mini docus, I binge on those things. I was saying even now the legal drugs, now that's where the money is at.
Yes.
Because there's cheaper options. But
yeah. Now see what they're doing with marijuana, by the way, is one thing is you look at what even like in a fest, no one has that biashara. And it's mad chums. And see if I can put this time of mine to work backwards. So I don't put t-shirt. 10 minutes.
How many do you do 30 minutes? And you don't kata and edit or anything?
I normally kata and edit, but sometimes it's easier to just
time yourself.
Do one. And for me, I like doing it as a one take. It's easy as natural. There's no mambo team. Makeup, what they do, cut. No, you
get like a person to do like massages, you know, to relax your guests. Yeah, you have to do this vizuri, but you can't just at the end.
That's what you to make you do though. I'm sorry. Soft life. Hi guys, welcome back to Tjtalks. Today we're with Mr. Karike himself. Yeah, so today is an interesting setup because I first I don't even know I heard about this guy only last year during quarantine, but quarantine is good for certain things. But I'll let him introduce himself, both his government names and what we know him as Arosh.
Well, so maybe I'm Arosh, Mr. Karike Mani, Mr. Rehebe, Sasio, the etc. I make music. My government name is Irongo. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm glad to be here, Mazo. You guys have such a nice tree.
Yeah, new background, new year, new things, man. We said you improved. We had like you compare for chai, now we've got a tree. Things are getting better. You know, as you're saying, soft life. Yeah, this thing of struggling, man. We decided to like
maisha ngumu hiyo tuliacha ile mwaka tuongee about.
By the way, which doesn't count even in the calendar.
Of course.
So we're all a year younger.
Of course.
So who is Arosh?
Arosh is just Arosh is a regular Nairobi person. A son of the soil. Like saying that sounds NGO-ish.
By the way, son of the soil.
Son of the soil, cultured. You know, I try to sink my feet in the soil, the African soil.
As you meditate.
As I meditate. You know, but basically I'm a content creator. I'm a musician. You know, I want to in the future. I'm hoping I want to be like an inspirational person, like a philosopher of sorts. I'm hoping maybe they study me like in college.
Oh wow!
You know?
The great Arosh shall be studied.
They studied me in college. Was like
with the greats akina Bob Marley.
Ndio hiyo. Huyu kijana alikuwa anachambua maudhui fulani.
Mpaka vocabs nachomoka. Kiswahili sanifu.
You know, he was dealing with certain themes. You know.
Yeah.
You know. So I make music. I tell stories. I'm hoping in the future I do like the things like Akina Ngugi wa Thiong'o did about the culture, you know, the things Akina Fela did for the culture.
Definitely.
So that's basically I think who I am right now and what I'm aspiring to become.
Okay.
etc.
Okay, before we even get into the music, there's been the evolution of Arosh because Arosh used to have a nice box.
Yeah.
Then the box potered. It became something else. Now it's become dreads.
Yeah.
So what was that about? Was that part of the journey for the music side, or just you finding yourself, or what was that?
No, I've always had a lot. I've always had bad grooming. It's not a new thing. You know. I come from the school of thought. Yeah, if you take a shower and you have deo and you smell nice, that's all that matters.
That's good enough.
That's yani kama ungo zako ni safi. That's it. Everything else is.
The rest are details.
Those are details. So I used to have dreadlocks before in college, earlier on in college, because that time they were really cool. They were really cool.
It was
only a few people had dreadlocks, and then I got into some things with girls, and then you had to break, and then this phase you go through, and then you want to shave, you want to change something. So I shaved. That's where people know me, because when I shaved is when I had like the first song.
Yes,
so
I
had like what they call it? They call it fuckboy fades. Those guys are dangerous.
Stay away from them.
Wow. Dangerous. But let me tell you, waras ndio kusema. Sisi hatunaga mambo mingi. Tumetulia. Us basically just want to eat like, like nice nice food that is, that is nutritious to the body, that doesn't have a lot of chemicals, and all those things. Those fat guys, my friend. This fat, but you, I know you're different. But you know the guys I'm talking about.
I know the guys you're talking about. So you used to be one of them before you changed your ways.
Yeah. So I shaved I like that look, but it couldn't last, man. I couldn't maintain it. It's too much work.
So this chick who broke your heart, it was that bad maka you had to shave your dreads off.
It's long. When you're young, you're stupid. Yeah. But that's the story of moving from not having a lot of hair and then now not knowing what to do. There's no plan.
Yeah. You just go with the flow as it comes along.
Just as it comes.
Okay, interesting. And then if we go into your music, before we go to the cultural and philosophy part of it, you had done some Swa songs, then you changed. Most of your genre now is in Kikuyu, and most of them are love songs. So what made you switch over from doing Swa, probably even English, now to just doing full-on Kuk songs?
There's a friend of mine called Kibali. At the time, back in the day when I was still in music school, because I was in KU and then I was also in music school at the same time. So I was playing those English Swa songs as well, and then I had written a few Kikuyu songs just for fun. And he was the first one to say like, hey, this Kikuyu stuff is kind of dope. I don't know what's happening, but it's kind of dope. So I started playing them, and then the guys were like, yeah, this Kikuyu stuff is kind of dope. And maybe because of my own the way I think, I was just like, man, this colonialism, what has me started?
They colonize.
I don't want to be colonized. I want to reclaim my language.
You want to be free.
I want to be free. I want to emancipate myself
from colonial slavery.
From this colonial language.
Okay.
So what happens is when I started recording now, I had already figured. I have a lot of English. Even right now, these days I songwrite for people. I write English songs. I can speak fairly good English and Kiswahili. So I songwrite for people. So I write the songs. But when I now came to releasing them on my own platform, I released just mostly the Kikuyu stuff.
Okay. And it's actually picked quite nicely, because if you think about it, we only used to have the older and more Mogidi type singers.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I noticed. When I started doing it, I was just doing it because I can.
Yeah.
And then when I really started doing it, that's when I really noticed, like, oh my God, there's such a huge gap.
Yeah.
And there's a space for a person like me. You know how you just go and you're like,
This makes sense.
You can say, fuck, this is all for me now.
The space actually was nobody else in that space.
There was, because the only other key player was Harikimani, and then he went a little bit quiet. And then now when I started doing it, now I met Akina Kwame, which is really, really dope. Yeah. And now because I'm in the space now, I know a lot of other really amazing, people who are, doing contemporary sort of style. Yeah.
No, but the thing is, I mean, if you think about it, R&B, other than the normal Kikuyu songs guys know on Mogidi night, there's been no nice R&B easy tune you can listen to just for the sake of listening to music. Yeah. And the guys have always been saying that, Kuyos are not romantic. Our language is not sweet. We have to talk about Sauti Sol and how the Lunje songs, Chomo with another Kamutelezaji hapo. But we've changed. I mean, he's changed. I was about to say we, like a part of the movement, but he has changed the narrative a bit.
It's the truth. It's like the other day, there was a time I was in a cab and I said to the guy, hey, siku hizi hakuna pesa, akaniambia speak for yourself.
Brokenness ni wewe.
Yeah. It's the same thing with saying that they are not speak for yourself. If you have not met us.
Yes.
Sasa what unataka tufanye?
And then and most of your songs are love songs. Yeah. So what's the inspiration behind that? Was it the heartbreak when you shaved your hair? You moved on from that and just the love ballads just keep on playing in your head?
I think, to be honest, writing love songs.
Okay.
Because a lot of people do it. So there's like templates.
Okay.
So I think it's easy.
It's easy.
It's very easy to write love songs and stuff. So I think that's why you'll see a lot of musicians when they're starting out, they probably write
love songs.
They just do love songs.
Well, I guess plus love is it's either you're in love out of love or suffering something out of love.
And then you'll always find people who will relate with that nonsense. You know?
So don't believe the hype.
Oh my God, I was heartbroken. Even me, I was heartbroken.
Let's listen to this song. It's sad.
You it's a sad song. And then they go up on my comments
You
and be like,
together.
oh my God, this song
So
touched me. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I was there.
I was there spiritually.
No, but I was actually there. So love songs are relatable, but they're also easy. So I think that's why maybe, because I think I'm still in my early parts of my career.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that's why a lot of the music people hear are love songs. But if you listen out to the stuff that's coming out right now, you could listen to a song, it's a love song, but huko ndani tunasema
meanings tunasema.
Also it's easier to get away with love songs than if I started up hivi nikasema corruption, my friend nianze kuitiwa DST
quick facts,
unajua ati
ulisema
economy unasikia that guy has not paid digital service tax.
All of a sudden kiboko.
Love song, if you're an artist, sing love songs.
You know. But the one track that really blew my mind was Maheni.
Yeah.
Now, was that a true story? Or was it just something that had happened to you and then you spiced it up? Or what's the story behind Maheni?
Yeah, no, you see, those are songs that are fun to write. They're not like, oh my God, I'm so in love.
Yeah.
Like my first song, I love it, but still, every time I listen to it, I was so young. So Maheni is just I was just thinking, do people really tell the truth when people like come to home? Because Nairobi watu wanafanya vituko bana.
Nairobi.
People don't meet in college anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe they do.
Yeah.
And I should speak for myself.
Your college experience was traumatizing, clearly.
It's a whole book. Now, I was thinking about it. Like, for example, what did you say? You know, I was thinking about it from the other side. How girls, like girls like kind of prop up guys.
Yeah.
They really try to build you more than you really are. Like if when they're talking about you, you'll notice that the women sort of, make you bigger than you really are.
Okay.
So they probably will say you're better looking than you actually. If you have money, if you have chums, they'll say. If you don't, they'll
try and find a way to balance it.
Make it look like it balances out. Make you look smarter. To their friends, not to their parents, because parents are really judgy people.
Of course, yes.
So it's even
worse.
So all your vices, which are the fun parts of you, will be just thrown under
the carpet.
And they'll be presented as this boring perfect.
He does not even drink alcohol. Even Holy Communion, he doesn't drink the wine.
No, even the ambassador,
brand manager, with everything wrong.
People think he's paid partnership.
Yeah. And there's nobody. It's paid to you're paid. You're a paid consumer. Okay, interesting. Because that one song, and then you did the fun video. That was really something.
Yeah, I was broke. That's what that was. I didn't have money for a music video.
Yeah.
And then the way we did the song was we were doing it as a joke. Like me and Mutoria were sitting down. Okay, I did the song because I noticed my songs are very dull and sober.
Yeah, so it's more of a laid back.
They're very singy and So I wanted a song that you hear the first. If you can listen to if you can understand the language, you hear it, you understand real quick. And when I sing the chorus once and I sing it again, you can sing it. So I had done it so I thought this was just a song I'd be playing in concerts, just for like crowd engagement. Like to talk to people, like, hey, what the hell do you tell your parents? And then me and Mtoria were in the studio and we were like, is it possible for us to do a song in like an hour and release it? Like it was maybe on a Saturday afternoon. So we did it. And we even live streamed. That was so many years ago. We live streamed that session on Facebook.
Wow.
Even before watu wanasema we'd been there, done that.
Pioneers
ndio walitengeneza your live stream for us. So we listened. But we got really tired, so we slept. So the next day we listened to the song. I was like, this is a really good song. So I was like, okay, let me send it to mixing and mastering. And then when it comes back, then I'll know what to do. So when it came back, I really liked the song. And then I was like, I don't want to keep it. So not just as you keep songs in your laptop.
Archives then
it bores you and then you can't release it. I just sent it to a bunch of friends and I told them, hey, I have this song I'm thinking about. Ebu just listen to it if you like it. Sing along and send me
like a clip. Nice.
So everybody sent me trash videos, yani. Poor quality videos. Maybe I have no editing skills.
Just put them all together.
Then if I look at the videos like lip sync problems, lighting I just laugh. And then I see it on TV and just say yenyewe Mungu ni mkubwa.
Mungu ni msoo, I'm telling you, Mungu ni msoo.
So yeah, that's a beautiful project. Like that song is just a blessing, you know.
And that was nice because you actually involved people who actually enjoyed the music, understood your music. We are trying to record. Nicky!
It was just kidding.
No, but that was a really good project because yes.
It was so much.
Oh, and I think also being broke also helped the project actually come out better.
Wallahi.
Because if you actually had the cash flow to do it differently, you'd have now it not have been the same. It would have been too done up.
Exactly.
Too done up.
It would be so processed.
There's one chap who is I think he's actually near a clothesline on his one of the guys on your video by the way, and just random things, and I was like, this guy is surely.
No, that's the producer now.
That's the producer.
That's the producer. You know what I mean? When he sent me his videos,
you're like, wait.
brother, form.
Really?
Hey. Doing the most, you know, that's him. That's him. That project like really it touched me because of how people are willing to support.
Yeah.
Like Rosafi to Yani, they're just like really excited about it.
Yeah.
So that I think it helped me understand the power of community. Like just having a cool community that that's around you, having that support. In Nairobi, you just feel like you're alone,
by yourself,
you're an individual. But then you realize, oh shit, there's so many. I have such a huge support network that makes me who I am.
Cool. Actually, because like for me, remember I was like, hey, I need to look for this guy. Hey, boss, let's do something with this because I was like, I mean, it's not every day that you come from what you've been doing to now. Of course, you're doing much more expensive. Definitely better quality videos, but as we say, everybody starts somewhere. So every so often you'll actually find guys going back to doing those kind of retro videos as opposed to doing the nicely made up ones.
Actually, I saw a guy who did. I got the idea to do that one from probably for lovers.
Okay.
So that's when I first saw that concept, and then afterwards, I think I saw a better version of that done by was it Naiboy with that 2-in-1 song. Yes,
because he put all the guys
better version,
better quality and
more, more famous people,
more celebs, more personalities as they call them nowadays. Yeah. No, that's dope. But now, moving forward, what are we expecting from Arosh? Are you going to also break into acting the way I've seen most of the other musicians doing?
What's your play? I have movies, man.
You have movies?
You even watch my movies?
I need to go look for the movies now.
I've been acting for a while. I have a short film called Gatarashaini, which is quite naughty. It's on YouTube. Let's go check it out.
Does it have subtitles?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It's really nice. I've done there's something I've done with Cafe Luna. I've done stage acting.
Okay.
I do voiceovers. For money, that is.
Yes, it's not for free.
I feel like there's another movie I've done that I'm forgetting. I think those are the kind of, but yes, I do.
Okay, interesting.
So I'm like a multifaceted person.
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
Yeah, multifaceted. Yes. Individual. You've got different skills here and there, but also. So, what was your first two love? Was it the acting, the singing? What actually made you now fully decide to go into the arts?
It's the music. I think it's just the music. Initially, I just wanted to do it as like a side gig.
Yeah.
Because I was in college doing something else, which I liked, by the way. Really enjoyed it. But then the music sort of took over my life. Because then, if you really want to do something, sometimes you have to really give it time.
Yeah.
So when you give it time, now you get sunk.
You actually get there. Yeah.
And in Kenya, you can't just be a singer. You have to be PR, you have to be video director.
Everything, marketing. You're the same guy. Sales.
Media, sales.
Yeah.
Amuko hivyo on stage, alafu chini ya maji natoka kidogo hivyo
unaangalia
naandikia suppliers check. Yo, it's a whole let me tell you, if you meet an artist, a musician who's actually a working musician in this country, brother, those guys are wamefanya kila kitu. Hao ndio wako na experience ya miaka 3. Event organizing, creative direction, artist management,
everything, the whole. So that CV is basically you're a one-man company. You can do everything for yourself, by the way.
You can do everything for yourself. Also, the odd jobs you end up doing.
So what if you're not doing the arts? What would you be doing? What are you studying in college?
I was doing finance, so I'll probably be what managing a hedge fund.
Hedge fund, CPAK, all those things. You've done those ones.
All those, because I know, yeah, those probably, yeah. I'm making a shitload of money.
The money will come.
Well,
and now that you did financing, you probably know how to handle your money better than if you didn't. I guess.
That's not how it works, bro.
That's how it works. So you learn as you go, like, hey, we've spent more than we were making.
Just because you know calculus does not mean that you know how to.
Mathematics.
Inapoteanga.
Nice. But at the end of the day, I mean, I think it's all coming together as you move along. And how are you affected by this whole corona story, by the way?
Affected is how? It's just affected is very affected, yeah. Because I'm not exactly A-list, an A-list superstar who like makes money from endorsements and all those other things.
Yet.
So basically, yet. So my main source of income, musically speaking, is doing live performances. So that was what was my income, and that's what funds my biashara.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So if you like, I remember in March, the minute the government announced COVID in Kenya like this, as a curfew lockdown, emails to we regret blah 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 blah. All the gigs that and then I had a good 2019, and I was about to have a really good 2020. Yeah. So all those jobs disappeared for a long time. And then now is when people, after like 6 months, so now people are like, maybe we could do like, now you start thinking, okay, this is things here, what else do we do now?
Change it up.
Yeah. But the beauty is now, at least I still do like voiceover. So there's, agencies delay checks.
Of course.
So zinakuja baadaye, like after 3 months, I did what?
At least. There's like something in the mail, man. Something is coming in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, in terms of the music, the pandemic really wiped out a lot. I think
imeanza kurudi saizi by the way, because when people are opening up more, people also have, I don't know to call it COVID tiredness, but guys are also like, okay, we can't just sit in the house the whole time. We need to, we will mask up, sanitize, but we still need to do some outdoor or something.
And you remember, it's not just concert that wiped out. We're talking about weddings, corporate parties, anything that needs people to come together and be entertained by me is gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, but I'm happy I'm still here, myself.
No. I mean, I think also the other thing is people also got into more of discovery. So you'll find that you actually got more followers that you didn't have before, because there was a group of who will follow you for every gig. But now when there are digs, like some of us were like, this is a nice artist, by the way. Who is this chap? So it actually worked for some guys, actually, especially in the music industry, because now you packaged it and did live, what's it called, IG live, Facebook live, YouTube concerts. But of course, once there's no money you make it, that's just for people to watch you.
I think the only one I did is one that I was paid to do by a charity. Yeah. It's the only one I could do, because the cost of doing a live like that are quite high. But I did an EP, which was for people in quarantine, which I thought I don't think I would have done it if
there was no quarantine. True.
Because it was, I don't know if you had it, fire. It's beautiful. Go check it out.
I'll check it out. And then talk about culture. So, you want to be remembered with the greats, Kina Bob Marley, whatnot.
Yeah.
So what's Arosh's culture? What's his, what is he into?
Well, it's just realism. Like, I'm an African man in 2021 in Kenya, right? And just being African is just fire by itself. But a lot of people don't celebrate it because we are so many Africans.
Yeah.
So you're African, so you're like, what's special?
What's special about you?
So what are you saying? Yeah. But then you realize that when it comes to now entertainment and media and content creation, we are very influenced by other countries, by the West, by US, mostly. So you end up, the people you're watching on TV they don't look like you. Yeah. The movies you're watching, those big characters don't speak your language. They don't tell your stories. And it's like it creates a ripple effect. So you end up, even when you start telling stories, you are telling stories like these people who don't tell.
It's a third party story, so it's not really your story. You're not owning it.
Really your story.
Yeah.
So to answer your question without many words is
kwa hayo majaji.
Unadikwalia mono. Dikuga maudu maiki. But the idea is to be an African in the present who is not turning a blind eye
Yeah.
to their Africanness.
Okay.
You know, I'm not telling people to go back and start wearing leather skirts. Okay, leather,
The loincloths and whatnot.
loincloths,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Although they're still quite funky, by the way. I think it could be allowed because that was what we used to wear before.
You could wear whatever you want. It's your life, you know. Yeah, I know to judge.
Yeah.
You know.
How to be judged.
So, but the idea is not really to tell people to be traditional.
Yeah.
Say the idea is to just. You know how people ignore things. I feel like we are a culture that really ignores the things.
Yeah.
Like tuko Nairobi sasa, so mambo za ocha
To watch, yeah. True.
So it's more of being aware of yourself and where you come from and where you're going, but not necessarily going back, but just
At least have the presence of value of where you came from and what.
Exactly.
Because I always tell guys, it's not of you being called King Odi and you don't know Cuke. You can't be called Onyango, you don't know Django. Like, it's good to know English, but if you look at the other cultures, the French teach their kids French before they teach them English.
Yeah.
The Germans do the same with the German before they teach them English. We are so quick to teach them English, swa. And then you're like, okay, so now these guys can't communicate with guys in shags. And sometimes I say it's just about the cultural aspect of it, you know, being proud of actually what we are and where we came from.
Yeah.
So for me, I think it's a really big deal for me, and I always say, even like with my kids, it's so important for them to actually understand the mother tongue. And then from there, later on in life, if you want to speak with you without Wang, it's okay, but it'll be in there somewhere.
It'll be in there. And it's easier. And you know, it's hard. It's easier to teach things that happen naturally than to teach. Like you know, like to teach.
Now you're in school,
like
yes,
it's
physics.
But if somebody listens to my music and they go like, that guy is singing in Kikuyu, and I see na kai kila na mshamba.
Yeah.
Although some people would disagree.
Ushamba is relative.
Ushamba is relative. You know, like, because it's you know, I'm saying it. You know, it's funny, but that's what people used to think when I was growing up. Ulikuwa unangoa unachekelewa sana.
Of course. Sharabing was a big problem.
It was a big problem. But you could see this stigma that is being put in you so that you speak these other foreign language.
Yeah.
Because this is, you start talking about this, it becomes a little bit political.
You know? It moves into it.
Because now you find out we are trying to emulate.
Trying to ape.
Apes.
That's not you're actually aping cultures that are not yours.
Your colonizer, for example, because the better English you speak.
Yeah. The more accepted you are by them.
The more accepted.
Very true.
So it's lakini we won't go into that.
No.
DST
Mentioned.
But so instead of my feeling was when I started doing, I was doing it for fun. But now when I really think about it, I feel like if somebody looks at me and they like that I sing in Kikuyu and they feel like, this is cool. I think maybe I want to learn a little bit of Kikuyu. Not a lot. I want to just a little bit. If I'm interested in Kikuyu. And then maybe someone else who's from another language, like I hosted another Samburu gentleman who sings amazing Samburu music. You don't even know what he's singing. But if he's
music
Samburu,
transcends language. You're like,
you know him, he's doing it now, and then he's embodying. He's like Kwame. You know how Kwame is like a embodiment of the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole setup, yes, the culture.
Unajua sasa mimi shida yangu inakuaga. Mimi naenda naimba na Kikuyu alafu tukipatana na yeye, you guy, what's popping? What's happening? What's going on?
What's the plan?
Unaona?
It was lit.
What's the plan? Mimi niko huko hivyo nasikiza kina Suraj huko. So because of the people I need to change my friends.
Who is the pocket guy? I think does he?
Samburu is Lemart.
Yeah, that guy has some serious. I've been actually to weddings where he's performing. My friend, the following, and the vibe around that guy.
So imagine you're a young Samburu in that crowd. You'll be like, hii kizungu ikwenda. Unajua hata these guys who run.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of DW documents, short documents. I'm addicted to short documents. I binge. I can't even see. Kama I can tell you, there's a fish in the Amazon that produces milk. I don't even know why I know that.
That shall not come in your exam. But it's good to know.
It's
good to have
random information.
Yeah.
You know? What was even the point? But you're talking about cultures that somewhere far in the interior, and they find translators for that. Ningekuwa nakimbiaga. Mimi niko na gold medal na milioni kadhaa alafu mnanisumbua na kizungu. Friend,
quick fast interpreter there,
find that create jobs,
or you even do what is it called, do the subtitles,
create jobs. Sasa hiyo ni kazi yetu, hiyo translator, transcribe. We've already created 3
jobs in one. True.
See?
And when you look at it, all these other guys speak in their language. It's only Africans who want to really. That time you're really telesing with that English, but you want to speak in English.
There was a time I was in France. I noticed you will speak to them in English, they understand, and then they speak French.
Yeah. That's
quite
pride for you. It's pride for your own thing. Well, sometimes press that again and continue. Yeah. So I think it's really good for people to be, rooted culturally.
Yeah.
Regardless of where you come from, I think it makes sense because that is what has held us, from days immemorial.
Sure.
And then now I talk about music. You've done some amazing work with Kwame and a couple of other people. So who, out of all those, would you? In terms of I know you can't say who was your best collab, but who else would you like to work with? In that regard.
There's a lot of people, but Kenya, I know so many dope musicians. It's hard to choose. How you understand? Do I do like an album and feature and then
all of them,
work with everyone? Yeah, but I'd like to work with. I want to do a thing with that Lemarti guy.
Yeah.
I want to do something with Giuliani.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a guy called Fatili. I'd like to do something with Fatili and Soul.
Yeah.
There's a guy called Trezor from South Africa. Dope guy. Brimo from Nigeria. Love his music. Sage. There's so many. I could tell you like a whole list. All your favorites, basically.
Okay. Oh yeah. And who's coming next? What are we looking at next from Arosh in the musical chapter?
I'm releasing some music that wasn't released last. Oh, and I'm collaborating a lot with producers like house DJs.
Nice.
I've done a dope collab with Suraj. I did a thing with Dark City from SA. These guys who are playing here, Juicy. Frigida Madilo in the Black Motion concert.
Yes.
Done a song with them. They even played it.
Nice.
Same videos. Watu wanashindwa.
Nasikia nani hapo ndani kuyo somewhere.
Nikiwe mani.
Yeah.
So even produce. So I really also enjoy working with producers.
Okay. Because I remember I was asking Jack Rooster once. Now when I came up upon your music, I'm like, why did you work with these guys? But it's like, him, he's been a house fanatic from way back when. He's like, I've been trying to get these guys to move. And he said, then of course now because Amapiano has become a hit, everybody's trying to get into the whole Amapiano vibe. But it's a bit difficult. I think we also need to accept that this is what we are, this is where we are, and then work amongst ourselves.
Because I'm looking at like my first EP, the Morasta EP, is fully Afro House. It's mostly, and we did it in like 2 years ago. It's Afro House and Afro Disco.
Yeah.
You've listened to it?
Yeah.
The one with Akina Morasta.
Morasta. That's that whole. That actually all your jams. Let me just be honest. You can play them on repeat.
Thank you.
Dope music.
See, because there's Spotify. Kunuliza. Where can I download your music? Yo.
Niko na flash disk.
Wait, flash. Lipa, pay for the music, bana.
Support your local talent. And then what would you tell the guys who have a similar passion but don't know how to channel it? Where do they start? What's the simplest way?
Just to start. See, the simplest way is to write the music.
Yeah.
If you've already written the music, just go to the studio.
Yeah.
If you don't have the money, just go kiss ass. There are so many producers you can just talk to nicely. Just go tell them, Niazi, I don't have money. And they'll ask you what value can you offer.
Because
there's always
it's a barter trade of value.
There's a barter trade of value. And these days, because at least now we have a lot of streaming and blah blah blah, you could swap equity. There's so many things you could do with producers. You could do contracts. You could get a label to
support you.
But
as long as you don't lose yourself and your money in it.
So you have to choose wisely. But the idea is to just do it. There's always a way. Especially if you have written the music and you have it. I don't see why you should say, oh, I don't have cash, that's why I don't have music. I haven't recorded. There's so many producers who are they're just looking for people to record, especially established producers, because they have a little bit of
more time and looking for new talent to
help you. Those ones are the best ones, the ones that are a bit older and and you know,
a bit more patient. They're not going to be.
Yeah, because they've seen the industry, so they understand.
Yeah,
You know, so they won't chase you for 10K,
or having no
5K.
cash. Yeah, like
they'll be just, hey, you come,
Yeah.
because they know if you're dope, you're dope.
yeah.
So I don't think if you're starting, just do it, and don't be afraid to DM people and just be yani sumbua watu.
But yeah, like this interview came as a result of a DM.
Sindio, like that's how people meet.
Yeah.
You'll never. How am I going to meet say who this guy who produced Anderson Paak and Bruno Mars? I can't meet him in a bar.
Yeah,
but I could DM him and be like, hey, I've been thinking of recording a Kenyan artist.
There you
see,
go.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you just try, and then the worst that you can be told is no.
Actually,
you
yeah,
will not die.
Yeah. Yeah, but then you can be told no, but you'll not die. It's
not
life.
die.
You pick up and move on.
You pick up, yeah.
Okay, cool. So this was version 1. The next one we want to do it with him with a guitar.
Yes.
So you've seen the man himself, Arosh,
Yeah.
Mr. Karike, Besha Shakushi of the Muhe.
Later, nitaanza GoFund ya kufanya a new. I want to record a new album. So I'll start a GoFund murehe pesa.
So far, so, but thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate it. This was so much fun.
Yeah, we need to do something now with your motamboros hapo nyuma.
I'm really having to leave it outdoors, man. This feels proper.
Nice air, fresh air. Yeah. So catch you guys next time on Tjtalks. And it's been your man Arosh and TJ over here. Cheers.
Kabisa.
Peace. That was dope, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.